And welcome back to the SMSU podcast. We had a bunch of games last week. Valorant Brown having two series. In their first series, they played on Split.
Yep. We're running acrylic on that Omen, very common. We got the Raze, Clove, the Cypher, and the Breach. Very common team for SMSU to run on Split. We do lose on Split. I think it goes to like 11-13 or something, 12-14. This game went to overtime.
Yeah, I think we lost in overtime if I remember right. There's a lot of kills coming through. SMSU just not quite able to get it over the line. 30 kills dropped by the enemy Raze, 28 kills by the enemy Teo. Just really put the pressure on. SMSU did frag quite a bit themselves. They had Luna at 24. They had Acrylic with 21, and then a bunch of players in that middle range, that 18, 17, 15. So it's not like they weren't, it wasn't working at all. They just couldn't quite get it over the line.
Yep.
And
moving on to Game 2, Haven, SMSU's map. We're running Acrylic on that Omen again. Cypher, Gecko, Sova, and Jet now. Jet, it's kind of a really good Jet map, so SMSU brings out that Jet. SMSU loses this one also.
This one was tough. This one was frustrating, I know. A few players were fragging, but just SMSU as a team couldn't really get things going the way they wanted it to. Their sight hits just weren't quite working out. It felt like they maybe overdid their sight hits and they waited too long. It took them a little too long to get the execute through. We saw our Yoru, who is just popping up behind everyone and finding so many kills on the flank. And then the Omen was just popping off on the other side of things. So SMSU lose that first series, but they played again
on Wednesday.
As a reschedule from the previous week.
Yep. Back on Split. SMSU running the same team, except instead of Breach, we have that Sky. So SMSU does end up winning this game on Split. It was 13-10, a little closer. Then we play on Lotus. SMSU running Omen, KJ, Gecko, Raze, and Tejo, that new character. And SMSU does a really good job on Lotus. Let's see here. Lunar leading Lotus with 21 kills. And everyone felt really good on this map.
I think what we've seen is if Luna has a good game, it's really kind of a catalyst for SMSU to just get rolling. It feels like he's kind of leading the kills in any of the good SMSU wins. So I think it's really important for SMSU to make sure he's comfortable in the game, and then I think he helps enable everyone else and gets everybody else involved in the games there.
SMSU also found out in the middle of that game that their duelist wants to duel the entire game and just try to win them the game. So SMSU took advantage of that and had a pretty good win.
Yeah, for sure. And then we had Valorant Gold as well.
Yep. SMSU now running on Lotus. They're going to bring out the Gecko, the Tejo, the Raze, the Omen, and the KJ, kind of like how Brown runs it. But they will lose in a pretty sad way, 6-13.
Yeah, it was very frustrating, I believe, for the Gold team. They just really couldn't find a way to get things going. And we unfortunately don't have the scores for game number 2. They got uploaded to the site wrong. But I know their second map went better, but they ran into this vice wall on C, and they couldn't figure out how to play around it. Somebody would push past the wall, that person dies in the 1v1. Yep. They try too long to trigger the wall, all of a sudden the rotations were coming through. It was just very frustrating for SMSU. I think they implemented that in their own strategy, that they're starting to run the Vice as well because of that issue.
Very strong. And then we'll move into the highlights.
It is going to do a lot of damage. But Chatty in a 1 versus 2. Does find one. Now a 1 versus 1. Knows where he is as well.
Full HP.
Good smoke. He blinds and comes out and does win it, Machete.
Let's go, the clutch.
He does not have a gun, but he's going to get a kill
my
anyway because we don't clear corners. Omen pushes through. Going to pick up 2. SMSU in a 1 versus 4, 1 versus 3, 1 versus 2, and that is it. Oh, but they give it away a little bit. Carlos finds 1. Okay, need to back off now. Now the killjoy. Now you can start baiting and switching. Very, very well done. Oh, gets picked off. 2 versus 2. 2 versus 1. SMSU have the advantage. No, not seeing the flag. No! Hyena is able to deal with it. Does find the trade. Now a 3 versus 3. 2 players really low though. Does find 1 through the smoke. Finds 2. Finds 3. And that stops the plan as well. SMSU Krillic. They re-smoke it. They're going to have to push the smoke if they want in. And SMSU, yeah, just this waterfall players are left. Omen's going to TP out of sight, but Darkness, Luna has got. SMSU find that kill. So much utility. SMSU can't stay alive. 0 under a lot of pressure. Now a 2 versus 4. 1 versus 1, and wow! Dark!
Great highlights there from Valorant. Moving on to League of Legends. They played Mizzou Club this week. SMSU having a great draft. We got the players we want. We got that Jace, the Volibear jungle, the Galio on support, Varus ADC, and then mid we have the Vex.
The Vex.
Yep.
Yeah, I think maybe a little bit of. The opponents put a lot of pressure on SMSU's jungle picks.
Yeah.
We saw an Amumu, Skarner, and Sejuani ban in the first phase. So, 3 targeted bans. So SMSU have to pick up jungle in that first phase.
Yep.
And they pick up the Jace and Galio to pair with it. And then on the second phase, we see the Victor get banned out. And that's something SMSU have been playing a lot. So I think that may have affected SMSU in this match. They ended up going with the Varus, which worked okay, but it's still, there's so much pressure on an AD carry when you have like a Yone, a Vi. Those are just very dive-heavy characters that, can be really susceptible to being dove in about. The Mel, if she finds a reflection on the ult, Varus is just dead.
Even his Q, because she takes the black stacks and deflects it with his Q also.
Yeah, it's a lot of damage. So SMSU, they end up falling in that match. They had Yash in as the top lane as they had to have an emergency substitute. And, yeah, they couldn't really find what they wanted going for them on that game.
Yeah. And then game 2, SMSU does get that victor. And then we have Aurora top, which was controversial. Galio, Lilia, and then Jinx ADC. Once again, the jungler gets banned the first 3 picks. So we have to bring out a weird Lilia pick. Not weird because, that person does play it, but it's just something unexpected.
Yeah, maybe not as comfortable on. I mean, we see SMSU decide not to go for the jungle pick in the first 3 picks, and we see another ban come out.
Yep, Sejuani,
for Sejuani. So really limiting that character pool. Not that the jungler can't play the Lilia. It's just you don't have any options.
Yep.
You just lose the ability to, tailor the jungle to the draft a little bit more. And SMSU, again, they just weren't finding a lot of success in this game. SMSU really found no kills outside of jungle ganks.
Nope.
Like the Lilia found a couple kills, but SMSU couldn't find what they needed going. And we do not have any league clips because that was a non-streamed game. So we'll be right back with the Counter-Strike.
CS2 now loses the first map on Mirage, going to 13-5. Yang top fragging with Frozy Boy right behind him.
Yeah, SMS, it just felt like they couldn't really figure out what they needed going for him on the Mirage. There was a lot of double-up positions. There was a lot of people playing under Palace there, that frustrating spot where you have to molly off.
Yep.
There's just a lot of multi-frags. And SMSU, their attack side felt really weak on this. Yang was the only one really finding success on Mirage with a few kills from Frozy Boy here. But we did see a quadra kill come out from Yang as he really got going on the attack side. But one player being active, not quite enough. Yeah. So SMC do fall in that game. But they move on to Ancient, and this was a fun match to watch. This was neck and neck the whole time. This is going to overtime. This is SMSU winning all the rounds in overtime. I think they dropped one. Final score 16-13.
And Bebstar and Krish both dropping a 30 bomb, and they both combined have 3 quadro kills.
Yeah. Bebster especially was popping off, but Krish was right there behind him. I mean, the rest of SMSU, they were still in the game, but it was definitely those two who were leading the charge. They're finding so many kills in mid. I think we saw an opening kill in mid like 6 rounds in a row or something. It was kind of crazy to find. And yeah, SMSU, they played very well in the Ancient game. It was honestly, you should go back and rewatch the VOD if you missed it, because that was a very fun game. But that unfortunately is where the fun ended as they moved on to Anubis. And they just couldn't find the rounds on Anubis.
Yeah. Maybe it's not a map SMSU's too familiar with, but Yang does still top frag with 14-14, tied with Frozy Boy actually 14-14. So Yang does get a Kraja kill.
Yeah, I think we can look at some of the players in the team and see what maps they're comfortable on and what maps they're not by just looking at their score lines. I mean,
like,
you see Bebster go from 37 to 7.
Which is that's like night and day right there. Yeah. Like the 2 top fraggers for one map are now the 2 bottom fraggers for this.
Fraggers, yeah.
So, something that maybe CS needs to look at and consider.
Yeah, whether it's changing map pool around or finding a way to make those players more comfortable on those maps.
Yep.
Because we saw Yang and Frozy Boy on the top of the highlights for both the games they lost, and then bottom on the one game they won. I don't know what's going on there. It's kind of crazy.
Maybe Yang just knows heavy map.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely solid on most of them here. So we're going to jump right into the highlights of that CS match, and we will be back with Overwatch. Rosie playing cash register here. That looks like my type of reaction time.
Yeah.
Sees him walk by the angle.
Yeah, just lets him walk by.
On the other side.
Ooh, hold on.
5 HP.
Oh, he's at 16 HP too, though.
No, we didn't check it. Oh,
Get that kill.
I think that was from mid A side. Is that Beb's turn?
Looks like the flank can possibly get a kill here.
Ugh.
Frozy Boy, he has a shotgun, maybe.
Oh! Oh,
wait, there's no way you can actually get something that far.
I mean, he was like 3/4.
See, it looks like all 5 are on A.
Frozy Boy playing kind of a one-and-done location. This position's very risky to play.
It is really risky.
Oh, but he gets
3!
This crash. Okay.
Yang does get 1.
Yeah, this looks winnable. This is a 3 versus 3. They're all rotated. Don't pick this up. TF, now you give away your position.
Oh, no scope.
Strategy on Mirage. There's a spot where you can stack 4 people on top of each other. And then you all have pistols on like a save round. And when they turn the corner, everybody just firing ranges.
Oh, no!
Okay. 2 versus 1, and SMSU
gets
takes
that.
that. Oh, so close.
Chris, timing.
This is
Oh.
good.
Trigger discipline.
This is
Ooh,
so
there we
much
go.
discipline from Grish. Wow. What a play. Clip
Chris,
that.
Cozy boy tried with the shotgun. Oh, they didn't check left.
Oh.
They're not clearing their corners as much.
But Yang is on the flank here.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh, hold on, Yang might.
I think he's going to want both.
No, I think he wants the op first.
Yeah. Oh, I thought he was. Oh,
Ooh,
he doesn't
go.
pay attention in time, and Yang picks up 2 and opens up the bomb side.
Ooh,
Ooh, nice spray through. Ooh, nice
two
spray
spray
through.
throughs.
Clip
that.
that. Then got to throw a smoke, and he has an HG as well.
Oh.
This bait and switch is working very well for Arkansas.
Oh,
Ooh, very nice for
Bebster.
Bebster.
Ooh,
Finds
Bebster
another
3.
gun and finds a third.
Love how confident Chris is in this map.
Yeah. It's night and day from Mirage.
Ooh. How does he even get up there?
I don't
how
know
he gets
if
up
it was part, the coach talking to him after the map or what, but
Ooh, Bebster with 3.
so far away from this play right
Yeah.
now.
Wait. Oh, no.
They do trade it 2 versus 2, but the Opera's just getting here now.
Ooh,
Okay.
number 1v2. Do have an advantage if they peek together.
Oh,
Ooh, Chris does
Chris!
it.
And we're going to see a fight in the backside here. Smoothers actually might have the advantage with the Mag 10 at this angle.
Ooh. Not for Chris.
Yeah, not for Chris. He's too good to die to that angle.
Ooh, hold on.
What a
Yang with that shot.
full blind. Clip that.
Yeah.
Not finding the kills. A lot of pressure up mid. Krish finds one, down to 9 HP.
Ooh, Chris, alright. Do you have, I think, is that Yang control? Not that
Very nice. Yeah. Krish finds 2. Brings the round back.
Oh,
Oh, 2
Yang.
versus 1 for Yang.
ooh, Yang.
Holy! Ready to peek.
That's a really cool little concept as well.
Yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense. Really interesting. Adds a lot of
Oh,
strategy.
Bebster with 1. Bebster does get taken down. See here.
SMSU, yeah, getting mowed down here at the entrance. They need to make it out of here.
That was
Oh.
just Chris. We brought to
1
down to
versus
1v1.
1 though.
Great highlights from CS2 right there. Moving on to Overwatch. Liang Tower on control. SMSU wins the first point. They're running Hyena at tank with Mauga. And then we have the 2 DPSs, Soldier 76 and Reaper. And the supports Ana and Lucio.
Yeah, this is a different player spread than we're normally used to seeing from the Overwatch team.
Definitely.
We saw Hyena come in for tank. We see Zenark come in to EPS. Mystic move from tank to support. So this is a much different look from the Overwatch team due to some substitute issues they had to have during the series. And this was a Zenark performance.
Masterclass.
Yeah, he was finding Reaper ults everywhere. He wiped the team, I think, 3 times during these 2 control points. As we move on to the second point of control, SMSU to win that one as well.
Win. But bringing out the Tracer this time, and we saw what that Tracer was doing last week, and I'm sure this Tracer is unstoppable this week again.
It's so hard to deal with a good Tracer.
Yeah.
Especially, I mean, this isn't even with the new patch where her recall is going to give her back bling charges, which just is going to make her so annoying for supports to deal with. But it is SMSU winning on control. And then we take things to Kings Row. And this is where SMSU, they march down.
So they push the point all the way down in, that's not in 30 seconds because you get a minute 30 for time. But
They ended up winning the side with 4 minutes 20 seconds left.
Yes. Which
And
is
I don't know-
crazy.
If you guys don't know the numbers, that's being stopped for like a minute total for the whole time.
Yes.
That's pretty much constantly pushing.
'Cause Force Point give you a minute 30, I believe, on this map. Or is
No,
it
it's
2?
like 3, and then you get a minute up for every checkpoint.
There's only one though on this.
Yeah, it's like a minute 30 at this checkpoint.
Yeah, so I was right.
Yeah, but you get 3 minutes to start with.
Oh yeah. Okay. So they obviously win that one, and then the third, when defending, I believe it goes into overtime. But
No.
SMSU,
Yeah, so actually this is something we learned on the cast, was if you have more than a minute left and your opponent's going to overtime on hybrid, you just have to cap the first 1/3 of the point. They don't get an opportunity. They have to defend against you for 4 minutes.
Oh.
So SMSU, it was almost an impossible loss because
Yeah.
they had so much time to get just 1/3 of the point capped because of how well they did on their first push. So when we went to round 3 into overtime, SMSU had it easy, and they did take
That
King
sounds
Zero.
awful.
Yeah, it was something we learned for sure.
You learn something new every day.
Yeah, we did see a couple different characters come out from SMSU as well. We saw Ball come out. We saw the Junkrat come out for a little bit. SMSU on the defensive side of things weren't finding as much success, but they went back to their trusty comp with that Tracer Reaper, and they were able to finish it off on that King's Row. Then we went to push.
And then on push on Esperanza.
Esperanza, yeah.
That's close enough. SMSU does win this one, also pushing the point all the way over. SMSU running that Zarya with the Reaper and the Bastion.
The Bastion was finding a lot of damage. The Zen was finding a lot of discords, and they were bursting down that
Yes.
target with the Bastion turret. They're just taking advantage of the fact that you die really fast into Bastion turret and
Yes.
Zen discord.
It's really hard to kill Bastion also with
With Bubble.
Bubble.
Yeah.
So very good combo there.
Yeah, the one thing I wish SMSU spent a lot of time during this match winning a fight than over pushing and dying, and they would always win the fight on equal grounds, but then they would push too far and get caught. So it was still a good match. SMSU win the series 3-0, and we're going to jump right into those highlights right now. And now SMSU Mystic taken pretty low, Trash taken pretty low. They're going to use ults to try to get on side. Hyena taken very low, not receiving very many heals. It's taken out very quickly. Trash pretty low here, but the window comes down, and SMSU, the Zenarch with a... Hyena is close. Oh, there's a bump. That might be a kill, and that is a kill under the Ramatra. Very big kill from Trash. As Zenarch finds 3 in the back line, Trash cleans up the 4th. Zenarch goes max. And welcome back. That is going to be the end of the podcast. We do not have an interview for this week. It's a little bit of a busy week for the students here, so we're going to give them a break from interviews. But we will be back next week with another interview and another podcast for you. Thank you for joining us, and see you next time. And see you when you get back.
Brennan, don't include me whiffing, please.
Should get a free kill on Gecko here.
Oh no, a nightmare.